Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter, and Capcom just dropped 2 new videos showing off the new moves that the Insect Glaive and the bow are getting in Monster Hunter Iceborne. Let's start out with the Insect Glaive. First, seeing like the other weapons, they're just showing off that you can use a slinger with your weapon out, which is great if you need to sharpen your weapon or do stuff like that. Here they're showing off the awesome Clutch Claw combo, which will cause the monster to drop slinger ammo. And of course, because this is the aerial weapon of Monster Hunter, they're adding in the ability to use the Clutch Claw in the middle of the air. This of course is great because it's generally vulnerable while it's in the air, and you're going to be able to choose between either hitting it with slinger ammo to drop it like they show in this video, or you can do that combo to make it drop slinger ammo, which you're going to want to do because Insect Glaive has a really cool trick up its sleeve. You can use all your slinger ammo to buff your Kinsect. In a buffed state, they can grab 2 extracts instead of 1, and the effects of the extracts they get are extended longer than normal, and depending on the slinger ammo you use to buff them, they'll get an additional effect as well. For example, using offensive slinger ammo dropped by monsters, and the attack power of your Kinsect will be increased and they'll generate dust more frequent than usual. Or if you use slinger ammo that you collected around the maps, it'll increase their max stamina for your Kinsect and elongate the triple up bonus that you get once you get the red, white, and orange color extracts. And then my favorite new move, which is the Glaive Skewer attack. Pretty much this is a new move that you can do in the air in which you'll do a fast downward strike. The part of the monster that you hit on your way down will be marked for your Kinsect, and if you do this move with the Kinsect on your arm at the start, it'll go ahead and do a follow-up attack after you land on the ground. Now that's what I call teamwork. And finally today they also showed off the bow. Now the bow already had so much power already that it doesn't shock me that it's not getting a whole lot of new moves, sort of like the hammer in its simplicity. First thing they're showing here is just being able to use your slinger with your weapon out, which is good and dandy for all the different weapons, especially for a weapon like the bow, which can take any opportunities like a fallen monster and really capitalize on them. Here they're showing you can use a claw attack. There's a pretty cool combo using your arrow, and you can shoot some follow-up shots in the air as you jump off the monster. This of course being one of the lighter weapons, so it will knock slinger ammo off of the monster when you do a clutched attack finisher. And that's really good because they're not showing it so well in this video now, but they're adding the ability for you to toggle between 2 different targeting modes. One, you can be targeting with the slinger, press a button, and immediately you'll be targeting with the bow. And you can do this back and forth, and you may be asking yourself, well, why do I want to go from bow shots and toggle over to the slinger / clutch claw? And the reason is there's a new thing called the 1000 Dragons, which allows you to use all of your ammo, load it into your shot, and do a very short range but very powerful attack. You can actually do this attack even without any slinger ammo, but it'll be a weaker version. But you can see now why it's kind of cool that you can switch between the slinger and your bow on the fly. And now my thoughts. Honestly, the Insect Glaive is one of my favorite of the new moves in Iceborne. Being able to use the Clutch Claw in the air I think is going to be extremely fun, and the fact is right now you can jump in the air, you can zip to other directions, you can hit with an attack, you can now do this skewer straight down, or you can use a Clutch Claw. When you're in the air, there's really a wide range of different things you can do now in Iceborne, both short and sort of mid and long distance attacks. And personally, I'm not a fan of constantly switching in between and using different slinger ammo, so I love the idea of using it to buff your Kinsect instead, and it really just goes right back into the core loop in which you're always playing with the Kinsect in yourself, and it certainly does give a lot of motivation for clutching onto a monster and knocking ammo off of them. For the bow, I guess this is kind of what I was expecting because it's a simple weapon like the hammer where there's not a whole lot of different moves that you can do because the majority of the game you're just aiming and shooting, but bow users are probably happy that that's not being changed. Being able to just shoot crazy with arrows and then at, different situational notice, you can flip over to the slinger and do a certain slinger shot, or if you want, you can just load it all up and just do a really close 1000 Dragon shot. It just gives the bow a lot more different things that it can do at a moment's notice. Shoot, Clutch Claw, slinger ammo, or the 1000 Dragon. Anyways, these are the updates. We get our final 2 videos, which are the bow guns tomorrow, so I hope you look forward to those.